Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Well, terms like genius and legend are often overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Now it's Bale. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He's in a great position here. Lovely feet. Cross from Hakimi. Thuram gets it away. Lahm. That's a little off target. Hakimi. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Serginho. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Pepe did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. So no chances falling either way for the time being. And that could set him on his way. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Liverpool present their opponents with the best possible chance here. This for 1-0. 1-0, just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
This is a promising build-up. Bruno Fernandes. Bale. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner.
Oh, what a mistake! He's shifting through the... Tries a shot! Could be danger here. Shoots! He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
A great leap! Goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
In with the challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Shevchenko. Alexander-Arnold is one whose deliveries we all know about. Over to the other side. Serginho. Ronaldinho. Serginho. Ronaldinho. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Terrific effort! And that's a good finish. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is one
Towering header! He will be livid with himself. Liverpool are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Shevchenko gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Not the most accurate pass. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Lahm. Cruyff. Shevchenko. Beckenbauer. Rummenigge. Great ball if he can get there.
There will be 3
Dixon.
minutes added time.
That's a good ball out wide. Passing nice and neat. And Dixon. And it's Khan. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail,
Just a
trying to
quick
win this from
announcement,
the
it is
off.
now time for
If
our
only
special
all
moderator.
games could
Please
serve
grab
this
the
up.
tickets you were given when you were walking through the
So
gate.
that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitution.
And we get things going again.
Liverpool really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Vieira is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Kaká. And he's managed to get free. That's really well manoeuvred. Liverpool different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Serginho's cross. And he can thump it away. Dixon. Rudiger. And it's Serginho. Beckenbauer. And Dixon. Liverpool needing a change of fortune here. Ah, that's a fine interception. Alexander-Arnold. Serginho, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Forlan. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. That'll be a corner. Thailand with the corner, there first. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence.
The attendance for this match was 80,314.
Pass is just off target.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Liverpool may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And it's Dembele. Rummenigge. That's been cut out, well played. Dembele is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Liverpool are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And it's Shevchenko. Alexander-Arnold. He'll try from distance! Thailand have their second corner now. They've played it short. Crosses it in. And he was alert to it. And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Ronaldinho plays it in. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's nice. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Thuram. Lahm. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Liverpool really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Ronaldinho conjures time and space where few can. And it's Ronaldinho. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Bale just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Opts for safety. Hakimi. Alexander-Arnold. Bruno Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. Bruno Fernandes! And for a moment, time stood still.
Substitution in progress.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops. If they're good enough to keep the ball at this stage, it should see them through.
Aimed beyond the defence. That ball looks a good one. The whistle's gone and the game is over. Liverpool can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but